Show.
Hey, welcome to my Quilting you today.
Okay, let's everyone welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. Are you quilting with Tiffany?
Yes, I can. I want to do that. Tiffany, please. Hey, Tiffany, please. Tiffany, please.
Yeah, we're doing it.
I want it.
All right, let's do some quilting. Can you turn this on YouTube, please? Okay, ready?
Yes.
Let's scoot you over so everybody.
Mackie, been talking to you, Mom.
Just put the thing on.
Tiffany, do that.
You can't have that in my background, please. All right, let's quilt, guys. We're just quilting. That's all we're doing, guys.
Oh, why?
Oh, let's make sure this isn't moving. Why is it moving? Hi, guys. I can't see comments yet. I can't hear. You hold this one, Tree.
Okay, to play video games.
No, you're holding it so we can see comments. So let's say hi to Vicky and hi to Joe. Okay, don't touch nothing though. Just watch it. Okay, you gotta come over here. I think it's not working over there. The internet sucks. All right, guys, I won't be able to see quilting that much, and Triana's in here talking. So I'll just show you while you follow me around, I guess, on the frame. No, don't. Sorry, I'm adjusting the camera a little. There we go. That's better. Stop wiggling. Hi, Judy. Hi, Maggie. My head is down here, guys. I can't really see the comments too well, so I'm just quilting. Have some emptiness up there. To fill that little. They're saying hi, Triana. See, Judy says hi. Say hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Sinead.
Hi, Sinead.
Can't stay. Just wanted to say hello. Oh, that's fine. No big deal. I'm just quilting,
Sophia,
trying to just.
I want to try.
You're in my way with your stool. I still have a stomach ache, and I'm watching the kids and toddlers, and one is out here with me so that I can get some more done because the quilt is finally lifted off the ground. So. I'm gonna stop right there because I need the quilt to go back up a little. Right there. for my room. I need to have enough room.
And it's cat burglar.
There's no cat burglar here, sweetie.
Hey, Tiffany, let me try.
Here, go to my trash for Tiffy.
Tiffany, let me try.
No, you can't try, and I don't want you to mess up my quilt.
I'm not messing.
Hi, Linda. I'm hoping that this is a good angle for you guys. It seems good to me. It looks like the camera just hit back there. Yikes. Sorry for the movement. Put you back down right here. Oh, it's still in the way, but whatever.
Hey, Miss Tiffany.
I'm going to keep your butt from touching it back there. What did I tell you? Okay, this side's done. Now time to advance the quilt. All right. No, I got it.
I got it.
No, I do.
I do.
Use a copycat, aren't you?
Tiffany, please.
No, Tiffy do, not you.
Oh, why?
Why? Because Tiffy's trying nice quilting.
I want to do this one, please.
You want to do this one?
Yes.
All right, so I just advanced the quilt up some more. Oh, Tree, we need a charger, huh?
Oh.
Let's base the side real
Charger
quick.
right here.
Yep, Tiffy will do it in a second. I got to base the side. So we get to hang out with the little one while I'm going to base real quick on the side. I always base my sides. There we go. I do this purposely on the sides so that when I come to it, the area, it doesn't wrinkle or make it go the other way, I guess the word is. It'll cause the quilt to shift, so I base both sides as I'm going so that I don't get shifting of anything, because sometimes the quilt can shift. Tighter will adjust themselves, and I'm gonna have to pull this back a little. Sometimes my areas that I need to quilt, I need to be able to reach in to fill some of these areas. So put it back, please. Okay, sorry. Today, I don't know what it is. Everybody must be on the internet or something, using up all the internet because of the whole stay home virus stuff. So there's nothing else better to do but be on the internet for everybody. Here, come here. Come say hi. So we're in the garage. Tell everyone hi.
I'm not feeling good.
You're not feeling good? Yeah, right. You're feeling just fine. You're crazy, baby. I have to restart my video on the tablet. I'm gonna put this back in a second. I need to make sure that this is still working good and put my plug in to charge it as I go. No, it's not popcorn.
Seeds.
No, it's not seeds. It's called barley. So how's everybody doing? Hope everyone is well out there. I'm sorry that this video is kind of sloppy now, but when isn't it, honestly? Oh, it's not even loading on my other screen. Oh, there it goes. Oh, we have more candidates. Okay, we got Judy said, hi, Shirley. I'm in, oh, so she's in Saskatchewan, so you guys are both in Canada. All right, I'm putting you back in the thingy. Like that. We're going to twist just a little this way. Let's see how that camera is sitting now.
Tiffany. Tiffany. It comes for you.
Sorry, guys, for the movements and motions. Trying to get it. Stop. Don't touch.
Tiffany, try show.
There should be good now. All right, much better. All right.
Tiffany,
Let's
please.
do some more quilting now.
Tiffany, please.
No,
Why?
because I said so.
I wanted to.
No, I can't let you quilt on this. Not this one.
Tiffany,
We'll put another one on for you later. As soon as I finish this one.
Hey, Tiffany.
All right, back to my precision 10 stitches per inch. I'm
Tiffany,
gonna
cut it.
All right, so here I go again. So here's the look, and I put a hook.
Yeah.
So it starts out as a curve, and then it has a small hook, and then I come back up and touch where I started. Make a leaf, and then make a fine swirly gig. I'm not doing hearts on this.
I wanted to.
No, throw this in the trash, Tiffany. Thank you. You can be my thread trasher.
No.
Yeah.
No, you.
Make another one. So I came around and make a little like U shape. But a vine or a, what is it called? Oh my goodness! In the center of the leaf, the vein. And I just realized that the camera is hitting the back of the frame. Again, trying to stop this problem. Ay, so annoying. I'm gonna put my little. I'm gonna come out this way. Stop right here. Look, oops, that one just came out. Don't do that. So I'm trying to quilt slow for you guys, but unfortunately I don't know how to go really slow. Hi, Cindy. Again, I can only see the comments when I stop and look at them. I also have the 4-year-old out here with me, and I also remembered I need to plug my phone in, which plugs into my tablet that's on the frame, which is kind of cool. I'm going to go to the back side now and plug this in. I kind of can't help the connection, guys. Sorry, Tracy. I think everybody's on the internet at the same time, and it'll blur as I move.
Stop.
Yes, I'm moving you. I need to be able to quilt, and you're in my way.
Tiffany,
Yeah.
I want to play video games.
Some of these have leaves, and some are singles. They're all. 'Cause, 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 'cause,
over here.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Quilting for the Soul.
Hi, Maxine.
Hi, Pamela. Maxine's not on it. All right.
Maxine,
Keep
hi.
going.
Hi, Maxine.
You see my head popping, guys. Hi. I'm just checking to make sure that it's not the spinning this because it keeps doing it on my tablet. So this is the speed that I usually quilt, or at least I try to quilt everything all this, you know, same speed and stay consistent, because then your brain will think what to do next because you're staying consistent with your quilting. 2 seconds. I'm going to break thread here, and I'm going to take you guys on a little cruise in the house to go do something. Can't stay but thumbs up. Is this one for a customer? No, this is not for a customer. This is just personal for sales that I make from my tutorials. All right, so let me we're going to run through the house and go put a child on the potty. So it's gonna be dark for 2 seconds. Let's go through. Hi guys. So I'm gonna do household stuff while I'm on my live stream, which is not very rare. Come on, Sashi. You guys are gonna check this child out.
Hey, talking to you.
I'm on live.
Huh? Oh, well, show your live to him.
Say hi.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hey, I could have helped her.
So we're in the middle
I
bathroom.
could have helped her.
Here, you can hold this for a second. Talk to my fans. Say hi.
I don't want to talk to people. Here, Tree, you say hi. I can do her. I thought you were getting off your live to do this. Well, then let me do it.
All right, guys. Sorry for
I can
that.
put her on the potty.
So we're just gonna sit here in the
Come on,
bathroom
it's nice to
for a second.
Come on, hold your legs
Well,
up.
we're potty training a 3-year-old,
Tree, let's go this way.
so
Looks like to
it's just gonna be a second. Triana, come say hi. And it's probably echoing here in the bathroom.
I can't really do much about this.
So say hi. Say hi. I'm being a big girl. Hi, I'm being a big girl. Say hi, Tree.
Hello. Hello.
Say hi, CJ.
No.
Yes.
So this is a very rare thing for me to just stroll through the house, guys, but
Pizza.
we're doing this potty training schedule every half an hour, so she learns. Go potty. Go pee pee. Encouragement, guys. Pee pee on a potty.
Make sure you don't see her,
Okay, Pamela, we'll see you next time. Here, take that to the trash, please, and get me a new one. So yeah, this is what I've been doing today. Hi, Jim. Quilting for the soul, because I don't ever remember names.
technology or
No, I did not name the quilt yet, Jim. I'm working on it. I was thinking, what was I thinking? I said it the other day, like fall wheels or something, because, oh no, you know, like in the fall time, there's lots of fairs and carnivals and stuff. I was thinking, because it's a fall type quilt, naming it something fall because it has pinwheels on it.
Does she need a new pull-up?
Yes, she needs to pull up.
Okay. It's transferring.
So, yeah.
I didn't know. So she went in the old one?
I haven't named it. I'm still thinking.
She peed in the old one?
Yes.
Oh.
Alrighty. I'm gonna put you guys facing the ceiling for a second, and then we're gonna go right back to the garage. Tiff, what video was it that you showed the dimensions of the binding tool? I did the binding tool star quilt top. If you look that up, mine comes up under the binding tool star tutorials because I named it that. Then go sit in the potty. I'm turning you guys towards the ceiling for a second, though. I gotta put a pull up on a child, and that you're not allowed to see things like that. So,
Sashi.
We'll try to keep it out of the camera. Stand up. Spread your legs. Put these on. There we go. All right, let's go get back to quilting. Because that's what's sewing again. There you go. Nope, she did not.
We only left her on there for 30 seconds.
No, she was on there for a while. She squeezed, but she didn't pee. Okay. Backside. Here we go. Back to quilting, guys. Of the tool itself. No, but I can go in the quilting room and get it real quick and tell you. Let me go in and show you. All right, we're gonna go to the quilting room for a second and show them the dimensions of the binding tool. For those that are curious. This is not a normal video for me, but obviously we're all right. Let's turn the light on. Grab the binding tool because it is over here stuck to another one on the wall. All right, binding tool. A light. Show camera. It is. Line it up there, line it up there. All right, so it is 2.5 inches wide by 6 inches to the, like 6 1/4 inches almost to that first knockoff. And then it goes to almost 8.5. So 1, 2, about 3/8. So it's 8 3/8 at the point of the binding tool, and then 6 1/8. So let's adjust it again. 1/8, yeah, 6 1/8 ish. So that's how big it is. And this is what it looks like. For those that are curious, we'll put it right here. Oops, that's the right way.
Hey, show
That's
it
what
to
it
that.
is.
Tiffany, show it. Show it to our iron.
Okay, so that's the binding tool.
The binding
All right, guys, let's go back out to the long arm. Come on, Tree. Let's turn everything off. Let's turn my lights off, please. So we're going to go back out to the garage now. Back on the long arm because I'm really trying to get that completely 100% done. Hi, Teresa. You're welcome, Cindy. There we go. All right. It's dark for a second. Walking through the house, it gets different darknesses. All right, let's go put you guys back on the long arm and do some more work now that you've had a mini tour of my house and how far it takes to walk to the garage. Okay, I just used Jenny Doan's method. Easy. Yep. No, you can't touch the buttons, please.
Not trying.
Schools are closed all over. I've seen for many years.
I'm not trying it.
Stop. No touch.
Tiffany, I'm not trying it.
Oh, why do you put your hand on the quilt when you are quilting? Are you afraid of sewing your finger? Actually, no, I'm not really afraid, Nita. At all. I've only hit my finger once, and I didn't actually sew through it. It like my finger went under the needle, and then it like hit sideways, and it got my fingernail, and then just like slid down. I actually broke that needle, but I never actually went through my finger. It's usually just to pull any wrinkles away, and I'm a one-handed quilter on the long arm. I don't use both hands. Like here's the handles. Here's the handles. This one I only use because my needle up down is on this side. And then this one, my power button's on. So this is the hand that's always quilting, and my other hand, because like I try to like adjust as I go and make sure that it's not no puckers or ripples, you know, under the quilt. I try to make sure everything stays straight with my opposite hand. So I'm really good with one hand. I actually do really sloppy job when I use two hands on the frame. So, or I mean on the long arm. Should be easy peasy. All right, so I'm gonna put this back into the holder and then plug it in, and it's gonna get loud for a second, guys. While I pull this thingamabobber. There we go. Now I got to plug it in.
Hey guys, welcome to my quilting guys. Bigger today.
And then Triana's still out here with me, obviously.
Officey.
Not officey, obviously. You can't speak. All right, so let me
I
start
don't
back
want
over.
it to.
This time I'm going to start from up here. I kind of start from the bottom and start from the top.
Faster.
Again, I'm just quilting in a 10 stitches grid. Hurry it. Sorry, guys, the YouTube app seriously just closed out. It said, "Would you like to close or restart or whatever?" I'm glad that I could refine my own live again. That is the weirdest thing. Anyways, let me put it back on the frame. I'm sorry for today's really itty video. I can't help how YouTube app works and doesn't work. You know what I mean? So. I'm going to make it face forward so that I can see, because there's no way that I could see that every time I turn the camera. I need to be able to touch the screen and see if it's dead or not. So let me plug it in. I can't believe it did that. That was crazy. Very crazy.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
Michelle's not here. I have no idea what's happening today, and I'm happy that the ones of you that YouTube and internet. Hold on, let me go through my missing comments. How does it play out when you handle and wash the quilt? It usually comes out really good when I wash after I'm finished. All right. So again, I can't see the comments too well unless I stop and move. So let me just start going again, and then I'll make sure that the screen doesn't die out. Should still be going. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Becca. Hi, Sona. Trying to catch up. Who else is here? Let's see. Free motion where they link so I don't have to break thread. So I don't really break thread often, if that's what you're. Usually if I like find myself stuck, I can break thread because I'll find myself stuck somewhere. Other than that, I don't usually break thread. And I'm out of bobbin, so let's change that out real quick. I just reach under and pull it out. Oh, leave that right there. So far, if you're curious, I have used now, this is bobbin number 4 for this quilt that I'm using. So this will be the 4th bobbin getting used. It works great. It's nice and steady. Toss it in there, pop it in. I'm going to come back like 3 or 4 stitches, and if I can, I try to bury it in the seam right here. So it's in the seam where I'm starting, and then I will come away from it real quick, leave it down, and pluck all that out. Okay. And then get back to it. That's all I have to do. I'm being a drip again. Oh, sorry, Vicky. Hi, Kev. See, I don't remember names again. I'm so sorry, guys, that I have a hard time remembering names. It's a lot of work. All right. I'm like pulling my hair. Look at that, it is. Okay. is getting bug. It's gonna wiggle for a second, guys. There we go. All right. Hi, guys. So I'm gonna turn the light on. Well, actually, last night you were able to see the quilting without the light. So that is how much I have left. So about 3 more passes. Honestly, it looks like maybe only 2, but about 3 more passes, just because I want it to equal out. So focus. I come over here. We're gonna follow the light. So batting because I love the look. Let me read the comments well. No. Mary. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to keep forgetting names and I can't help it because I see so many of them and my brain don't work like everyone else. Ribbons, leaves, and vines. So let me come close so that you can see. Focus. Here's a ribbon right here. And this one has 2 leaves. So some have 2 and then it has a little vine. And they all go different directions. I'm trying not to have too much space in between each of them. And then I'm using a swirl meander to get around from piece to piece. So that way it's equal. So this is how much I have left. I think it's looking really good. Even when it's just a plain fill in. That's the only reason why I went up there, is to fill that in. All right, so let's do this. So I'm going to unhook these. These are the ends to hold it on, the side clamps. So this is how this works. I unhook the side clamps. If the batting gives the appearance. Yes, exactly. So that's undone. And then I know I'm going fast for you guys. So I'm going to come over to this end. I'm going to pop this, if I can, one-handed. There we go. So it undid the teeth. See that? It's open. Again, this, pop it so that it opens the teeth. And then I just wind this top rail like that until, and I use my body right here. I'm holding against this bar to keep it from moving very fast. And I roll up until I can see about a little bit more than that. I accidentally popped the pin with my hip. About right. And I take it back just a little right there. And pull this back. I'm going to pull tight real quick. Try to pop that in. There we go. So then I pop my pins back in so it closes the teeth. So I can't adjust it. And then I put these back on. I always grab, okay, so see how this is right here? And see how my side right here is from basting it down? I always grab the side clamp right at the edge. Grab it, it puts that basting nice and flat. If I would have done it anywhere else, like right here, it kind of makes it crooked. So I always line it with my last to pull it back out. And I put my next clamp on further down where I'm probably most likely going to stop the, adjusting. And then I'll sit because I float all my tops. And I'll come through and pull like this. Straightening everything out, which it already is straight. Again, I'm going to do the same with this side. I'm going to take one side clamp, slide it under the batting on just to the backing only. I do not hook the batting, although sometimes it does get in the way. So I just take this only, if I can get it in its spot, and I always put it in the same distance from that to pull that out. Grab the second one, slide it under, and clamp it. And then I baste my sides after I straighten everything out. So let's try to baste while the camera is on. Pretty sure I won't be able to do that properly. We'll just do this right here. I'll put it right here momentarily. I'm not sure if it's going to stay very well, but we'll see. So I'm just going to pull my thread up on the bobbin I'm just going to hold it nicely. And I always go back up. And I tie off my thread, and I'm going to go baste the other side before I even start quilting. I usually start from the other side when I end, but because I'm recording. So again, pop it up right here in the seam. Hold this nice and flat, which it already is. Sometimes it seems like there's probably no reason to baste, but I do it anyway. So that's nice and basted on that side, and I snip all the threads away. And then I always work from left to right. That's just the way the machine, any long arm, really prefers to go. You can go any which way you want, though. Let's see if I put the camera right here, how much you can see. Let's see if I can't work with it right here for a minute. If I try to stay slow enough. You guys have any, let's see, being told to avoid human contact seems unnatural. Yeah. My screen is buffering here. So I'm going to turn this one off and open it again. All right, I can still see really good. All right, so let's see. Okay, what type of thread do I use? Same on top and bottom. I use on the top Glide. The color that I'm using is peach, and it is 40 weight. Yeah, 40. I'm looking right now. 40 weight, and it's a 5,500 yard spool, and I'm using the same in the bobbin because you can see right here, see the color? It goes really well with the backing fabric, because the backing fabric is the border fabric. So it's very, very prominent, very seeable, but it also blends. We're on check. Okay, let's see. All right, so anybody have any questions while I'm still working? Tiffany, do you roll the whole quilt and baste it before you begin, or you baste as you go? I baste as I go, Mary. So let me just come up here for a second. So as I advance the quilt, I baste the sides. When I first load the whole quilt, I baste only the top and the sides that are in my throat space. Then as I roll it, as it rolls up onto that back pole, I baste down the sides and then keep going. And then when I get to the bottom, when this is up here in my throat space, I will baste this whole entire row before I do any quilting. I always baste this before I start quilting, because that way I have no pulling back up this way, you know, when I'm quilting it. So I always make sure to do that. All right. Put you guys back right here in hopes that it'll stay. So now you guys are getting the angle of where the thread comes from on the thread side. I don't know how well it's going to work on this side, honestly. It's just, the phone is just sitting on top of the frame. Okay, so let's try and see if this wiggles and shakes from this direction. So it looks like I'm only doing a half because some of these went further down, but oops, I have it in base mode still. Leave that down right there. I think it was shaking pretty darn bad. It probably was. I'd really like it if CJ would come out here and hold the camera, but he can't because he's helping Scott with the girls. But he would be able to hold the camera so that you guys can see how I am working from my, you know, arm and hand angle, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but from my point of view, I guess. That made me have a disaster. Sorry, guys. See, I knew that was going to fall. So let's see if I can do this, holding it in one hand, and so that you guys can see, because there's less shaking if I hold it in my hand. It's just the quilt shakes more. I think my hand keeps the quilt from bouncing around. Part of the cool part about holding the quilt at the same time. Oh, see, I just did something messed up. So, you see, come on, you stupid thing, stay. So, now I got to, came down like this. See if I can't get over there. I came down instead of going up and around accidentally. So now I'm going to backtrack on that very, very carefully. Leave that curl on there. So see how there's a curl? I'm not going to care. I'm just going to leave it there. And I can either go like this and come into it, you know? Make it look like it was supposed to be there, because I'm not going to pick any of that kind of stuff out. I don't want to. Stop right here. I got to give a tug, because you can see using two hands helps hold this down. See how it does that? So I'm like trying to hold with my belly as I quilt and show you guys.
She could feed through, and it was all the way down her leg and everything.
Wonderful.
Yeah, these things
Needs
suck.
to be pulled over on her.
No, it was pulled on right. It's just they don't hold hardly anything.
Okay.
It's just one P.
Okay.
And it's all the way down.
Just
her
put a
leg. Her
diaper
hands
on
had
her.
to be thrown out here herself.
Just put her on a diaper.
Huh?
Put her in a...
Put her on another pull-up.
All right. Sorry, guys. That was Scott talking to me because the babies' pull-ups suck. All right. Where was I? Well, let's come out this way. See, so here sometimes I get these threads. I don't yank them. I snip them. So I just come through and snip them at the source. Never yank a loose thread on a quilt because sometimes it could be a bad thing. I usually tell that to all my clients too. If you ever see a loose thread, don't yank it or pull it. Just find the source and snip it. This is me trying to do all this one-handed. It's kind of weird because I'm used to holding the quilt as I go. That beeping sound is my the beeping sound is my stitch regulator from when I go too fast. But I actually like it in this stitch regulated mode and not in manual. Because in manual I have to stay consistent the whole way to make sure that all of my stitches, see how they're 10 stitches per inch. So if I was in manual mode, it would be tight and loose because I go so fast and I want it to look 100% all, you know, the same, if that makes any sense. I want it to be consistent. So holding the camera and doing this one-handed is a little bit on the hard side because it feels like I'm wrinkling, and I'm probably not. It just seems like it because my batting is thick. Have to keep adjusting my body. So again, it's around like this. Okay. And then I stop. And then I create a C. And then come out of that. Follow it. It's about here. So I've met up with my previous start line. And I make my leaves in my swirl. And it is in precision mode on 10 stitches per inch. Up, C, around, original line, leaf. Some people do their leaves differently. I do mine with a little vein in it. And then my swirly gig. I'll stop right here for a second because I see I don't know how well you guys can see it, but see underneath there, there's a black thread. My bottom is not basted yet, so I just stick my hand under and I reach in and grab it. don't think I got it all the way. No, I did not. It's probably on the quilt itself. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Let's reach in and grab it. There we go. So see, dark threads get under the white. And I don't like that because they show through. And most quilts, no matter what batting you use, except for black, I've noticed, if you hold them up in the sunlight outside and the sunlight's behind it, you can see through any quilt. I don't care what fancy fabric or what fancy batting you use. Every quilt is see-through in the light. And white especially is the worst. All right, so back to it. When the quilt bounces instead of the machine, it gets blurry on my eyes, unfortunately. There's a thread right there. I just snip them. See the wrinkles because I'm not able to hold it with 2 hands and I'm not on the thing. So you can see it's kind of puckering a little. That's why I use my hand, one hand to quilt, one hand to brush away any puckers. And it's not very often that they happen, but I think it's just because I'm not using 2 hands. So a little one. Very little leaf, and a little swirly gig. I don't know why I call them swirly gigs, by the way, guys. Trying to see comments, by the way. My machine has precision and then idle, manual, and based. That's what mine has. And that's what the book calls it. It could be called precise for other machines or whatever, but this one's precision, this one's idle, manual, and base. And idle is when it goes up and down. The needle just keeps going up and down when you slow, but it speeds up and slows down when you move the move it, you know. See, and I can quilt super fast. Or I can quilt super slow. I like the way the leaves turned out on this one. And I try to fill in all the areas. Stop right here, pick up all these threads because they bounce around underneath the needle. Okay, so on my edge here, can you see that? Because I'm not using two hands, I ended up with a lot of edge pucker. So what I do is I'll snip all these out real quick, the basting stitches, with my little snipper thingy bobber, not snipper, but stitch remover, and then rebaste it down because I'm not going to quilt it with that many wrinkles. And since the basting stitches are really, really big, you just have to go like this and they literally come right undone. So there's not much to it. It started shifting because I'm not two-hand quilting. It's definitely kind of important to hold your hand down on it unless, you know, for when you're floating. If you don't have it floating and you're actually just regular quilting, by putting your frame or your, what is the word for it? Putting your quilt rolled up onto the bar, which I don't use that bar. If the quilt's rolled up onto that, you don't really have to hold anything. It should prevent any kind of shifting. So see, I pulled all those out and now it's unshifted. So now I have to come over this way and hold it. So I'm gonna put you guys back in the holder for a few minutes while I quilt this area so I can hold it down as I go. So I'm just gonna hold it down, keeping everything nice. And then I just go through, rebaste it. And then add a little bit of edge flare so that it's all filled in and I don't have too much gap. So see, oops, let's move that out of the way. Pulling just that little bit of basting out. Flatten the whole entire thing. All right, let me look at the comments. I only have one more row to do, guys, so I think I'm just going to stick around and do it. So see, no more folding and puckering because I wasn't using both hands. I was actually holding it. So now what I'm going to do is advance it to where I can baste this whole entire thing now. So I'll put you guys in the holder and leave it in the holder for a second while I advance the quilt, and I'll read the comments as well. Hold on. Let me adjust this just a little. There we go, so that way it stays. Plug it in for a minute. On should stop wiggling soon, and I'm gonna go look at the comments as soon as I pull these off. I'll leave that right there. Wondered about that. Looks it to me. Let's see. Tiffany, do you roll the whole quote and base it before you? Okay, I read that. I based as I go. Okay, looks good to me. Wondered about that. Keeps it fresh in here. I already answered that. Needs a cruise control. She's so fast. Yeah. I constantly beep this machine out. I work better that way. If the machine had if I put it in manual mode, though, the problem is the consistency of my stitches because I work so fast. So that's the hard part. Would a tripod work better to hold your phone? I wish. I've showed you guys before how this thing is hooked to my long arm for you guys to even see. Why don't you use that bar? I don't use the bar for the quilt top because I don't like to have to pin the quilt top as well. It annoys me. Like, seriously annoys me. Yeah, and the stitches are good on the back and front. The tension is 100% accurate right now, so that's a good thing. All right, so I'm going to advance it now. 2 hands are needed real quick because my last advance didn't go so great. So I think I'm on my last pass. Let's see if the machine goes that far. Nope, a little bit more. There we go. Now I should be at enough space. So this is how I based it. I'm going to make sure you guys can see. It's back on at the beginning. So again, so I'm putting it about equal with where my hand is right here. Straight away out there. And then I'll put the next one on and I'm going to base that whole bottom. I'm also going to pull this nice and tight all the way across. I'm literally almost done. And I can show you guys. All right, so I'm going to put it back in basting mode. It's half stitch based. And this is how I do this. It's kind of, it's not that hard. So I pull right here out on my corner. I purposely pull this corner out so that I can keep it nice and flat. And then I come down and now I'm going to pull just a little bit on that way. And then I brush my hand like this. You see what I'm doing? Because I want it nice and tight. I don't want that to be any wrinkles or anything, even though I can pluck it out if I needed. So I just run across the whole bottom, using the bottom of my machine as the flatness. I usually use a ruler when I'm using my ruler base when I do this part. I don't think you guys ever joined me for an ending. Huh? I don't think you guys have ever watched how I finish, only how I start usually. And remember, I'm actually doing the quilt lengthwise on the side, on sideways. So the quilt is loaded from top to bottom in the sideways instead of top to bottom. And no, I do not get my fingies. I watch them. And I pull down tight up here. I mean down here. I pull down, keeping it nice. And everything is now basted nicely. I tie it off and then I'm going to go over to the beginning and finish quilting it. So I'm going to pull any loose threads now while I'm looking. I don't see any more. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do my thing. And just go forth and be done. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to start right here at the bottom, work my way to the top, put it back into my precision mode. And I'll probably have to change my bobbin soon because and there goes the bobbin now. See that? So I'm out of bobbin. Just reach under. So this is bobbin number 5 now. So it really didn't take that many, and I'm on my last way around, so I only used 5 bobbins. So that's really good for a twin lap size quilt. And I always check my tension every bobbin. Always, because I have a couple times some bobbins wound tighter or looser and it just messes it all up. So I'm going to go right back a couple stitches before where I ended. So instead of being right there, I'm going to put it in that crease right there. Tie it off. And follow back to there. Then put my stitches out and keep on going. Oh, I forgot I put the screen on the front side and not the back side. Okay. whole going slow thing. As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, I just cannot go slow. You should see it when I meander a whole quilt. I literally go so fast that the stitch regulator is constantly, seriously going off because I quilt so fast. They need a machine for people like me who can't slow down. Do you have to go potty?
No.
Okay, then go. Close the door. Stay here then. I'm almost done, guys. Okay. Yep. All right. So let me disconnect and I'm going to show you how I work this next step. Hold on 2 seconds.
Tiffany, 2 seconds. Hey, Tiffany, this is pretty bad. This is pretty
fun and easy it can be to cut up fat quarters and create. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so here's the next step. I'm going to take this out real quick and show you guys what I do next. Okay. So now that it's complete,
Tiffany, my
See?
tip is off.
so it's all complete. And it's very neatly, nicely spaced. Don't touch no buttons. Just leave it right here on this side. Don't touch. And kick a kid's butt if I have to. I'm going to come right here with my scissors. And I'm going to cut the excess batting off the end. And you're going to see why I do this. I do not cut the quilt at all. I just cut the excess batting along this edge. And there's a reason for it.
This bus should go. Go, go.
It's not perfect. I just trim it all off along this edge.
Go, go, go. Let's go, let's go.
And you're going to see why in a second. Okay, put the scissors away. I'm going to pick this up. These are perfect. This extra batting is always great to use for quilt as you go, especially because there's about a 10-inch square right there, actually. And I just stack it over here. I pop my pins out like this, so it loosens the quilt. And what I do is I roll it back onto itself without pulling because I don't want to take it away from the machine yet. And I make sure that all of my areas, by rolling it onto this side, like this, rolling it onto this side, let's move that out of the way. Keep rolling it, and I kind of just make sure the threads are all cleaned up. Everything is distanced correctly, because sometimes I'll get a big gap and I won't even realize it till I'm off the frame, and then I got to actually free motion quilt it on the other machine to fill in blanks. So I always now 100% make sure by just looking at the long arm, get out of it right now before I kick your butt. I roll it onto itself, onto this bar, and I go through and inspect the whole thing. Because if any picking needs to be done, it needs to be done before it's off the frame. So I go and look, and I'm looking while showing you guys, so it's probably horrible video because I'm moving back and forth. Pretty sure I was paying attention, though, pretty darn good this whole time. No touch.
So if you want to play video
No.
games,
You cannot play video games
why would
because I'm busy.
I want to play video games?
Okay.
Stop.
Keep going all the way till I get to the beginning. So far, everything seems to look really good. And now I can see my pins. So now what I want to do is give the kid this. Hold that for Tiffy,
Why?
because I'm going to pull all my pins out one-handed. So everything looks good. I'm going to pull all these pins out. No, leave them alone. We're going to put them all in there. And now
Where's this so short?
I just pass them over to her and pull them out. Uh-oh, pick them up for Tiffy. Because I'm doing this all one-handed now. Poking myself.
Oh, so short.
The only thing about having long nails that makes this hard, because I got to stick my nail underneath to lift the pin head. So once this side is completely undone, so move the machine over. So I went through 5 bobbins already, by the way. Remember I said that I was counting my bobbins. So the 5th one is still in the machine. It's not empty, but you'll see the size quilt that I had 5 bobbins on. This was, I don't even know where my hanger went. I had a hanger out here that said the size. All right, we're getting to the last one. Let's get that out right there. It is now disconnected and only on one side. So this is what I do next. Roll that one back up because because I don't need it till next time. And I'm gonna have Triana. No, get over here, please. I'm gonna help Tiffy. My machine rolls. Remember I told you guys that? Okay, go on that side. Take this with you. Because I need you to take this over there. And we unroll by throwing it all over onto that side. Pull for Tiffy. There we go. Keep pulling. Okay, that's good. Thank you. And I have lots of excess, as you can see. The excess backing. Now to pull these pins out. So I have to pick it up because when they're put on, they're kind of backwards. So I'll pull all these out. Come on, bring me. I need my pins. So this is what I do. And I'll hold this up as soon as. Oops, there I go, dropping them.
This gets blue.
So you guys get to see the rest of the ending process. I won't be able to trim this out here because you can tell my table is a disaster and I don't even have a cutter out here right now. I had to take that back inside.
Why does poor man?
Come on, you're supposed to follow, Tiffy.
Uh-oh.
So it looks really cool. I like the quilting. I'm glad you guys are sticking around for all the nonsense of me moving around with the camera.
So bye.
Joanna, come on.
Mama here?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Bye-bye. Love you. Give me kisses. I see you tomorrow. Nope, I'm on my live. I can't. All right. She gets so mad. So the girls are going home. They're going to go home and go to bed. All right, almost done pulling these pins out. Look at this. I like pinning though. I know the snapper things will probably come right off and it's probably a lot easier, but I like pinning. Doesn't bother me. All right, all my pins are out. I keep it over here on the end. And now I can pull the quilt up and over like this. And she unhooked my hook. Got to keep this machine from moving on me while I'm trying to do this. See, I tie the thing back under there. Okay. See if I can get this whole thing showable. There we go. And that is it. I'm not good with that whole picture taking fancy pictures and stuff. And the cool part about having lots of extra backing is I'm going to be binding it with that fabric as well. So it'll get bound with. See, there's the whole top. Everything's equal and consistent. I just need to trim off all the excess, which will go with for binding. Just like this. So there we have it. The whole quilt, all done. Stop walking on it. Don't walk on it.
Why?
All right. Let's turn the camera around. I thank you guys for sticking around to the very end of this thing. I will probably cut this later because I have stuff in the room on my cutting table as well. But for now, I am done. Thank you for watching. And there's that. The moving around and silliness, but this is just a live and I was trying to hold the camera this time. It's kind of hard to do. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Let me check the comments real quick. Oh my goodness, let me see. Very nice, very nice. Looks super good. Have a great helper. Really enjoyed watching to the end. Is she guiding herself? Yes, I guide myself, Jaded. I do this all by myself, making this pattern along. Okay, so Nita, if you make this tag it, if you have Instagram, tag it, hashtag Tiffany's Quilting Life so that I can see it, or share it in the group if you're in the group. And my arms do not ache. I have mine set up right here. This is the arm I use. See how my elbow is down and I just barely move anything? This thing glides so easily. This is not a stiff machine at all. It's very good. So makes it easier. All right. Good night. Good night. All right, guys. So thank you for watching. There's the hang up on this. If you're new, subscribe, like, share. Bye, guys.